this is going to be the first time that you have ever heard a direct member of the Illuminati and one that is a member today. Zagami still, at present, is the Grand Master of the Ordo Illuminatorum Universalis. I would like to welcome, live from Rome, Italy, Leo Zagami.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you, Leo. Now, the first question on everybody's mind is, how do you find the Illuminati? How would you even join?
Okay, there is actually today, in the age of the internet, many self-proclaimed Illuminati all over the internet, and of course they invent all sorts of lineages for their supposed tradition. But I participated during my life with very well-known secret societies that are part of this network, which maybe we can talk about later on in your show. But the Illuminati are exclusively chosen among the aristocracy and the royalty.
We're in the middle of an election over here. Well, the election starts officially in a couple of months, but we're in the middle of the campaign. Is the Illuminati involved in that? And is there an Illuminati candidate right now?
Okay, it's very important in the USA is the role of certain universities in crafting the future ruling elite, and of course certain fraternities and of course certain secret societies, like we all know, for example, the Skull and Bones, and you have the Scroll and Tie. You have many others that operate and basically are part of the tradition of the Illuminati, and they pick up usually members of the elite who have links also with the aristocratic bloodlines in Europe, and they make sure to push their own agenda when it comes down to the presidency of the U.S., because the USA was created by a Rosicrucian Foundation, also of good Illuminati, of positively illuminated individuals that wanted to craft together a new nation. And in this context, you also have, of course, Freemasonry, which is part of this network of the Illuminati. Freemasonry is the most known, really. It's not a secret society, but a society with secrets. And you have to really understand how America is being created to then understand that not only they have their own candidates, but they have their own agenda. In this agenda, we arrive to a moment in time, which we are living right now, that coincides really with what the Christians see as the moment of revelation. So we are living in prophetic times also for the Illuminati. Of course, everybody has their own agenda on the table, and the presidency of the U.S. Was decided for Jeb Bush, but if Jeb Bush doesn't have that energy, that charisma, of course Donald Trump will be the reality show that the Illuminati will implement, and it will be a major distraction every day. Imagine, we will see the wife of Donald Trump doing her things, Donald doing another thing, but all this will be part of a glorious show of the end of times, while in the meantime, of course, ISIS is implementing their own side, and they are an apocalyptic sect, a very dangerous one, manipulated by the intelligence agencies of the West to comfort the military-industrial complex that, of course, continues to do the job.
When decisions like this are made, not only who is going to be the next president of the United States, if it does happen, with a secret society or a cabal, what have you, when are those made, and how are they kept from the press? When the press is following everybody and they're always there, when are these decisions made?
The press is completely controlled. It's part of their agenda to have in each media their own people pushing their own psychological operation, their own propaganda. So there is no such thing as free press that we know. We have to be honest about this. If we take it from there, then we can understand that the whole media is a show. And also being a president or being any other thing, being the Queen of England is a show. I mean, you're acting a role which is required for the system to be kept in place.
Should we be scared about the Illuminati today? And what I mean by that is you represent the good side of the Illuminati? Is it growing? Will it always be there? And should we be afraid?
There is a growing faction of people that have really moved towards revealing things, towards helping me out, exposing certain truths. So it's been a very slow process, but I must say that nowadays we have a lot of people definitely that are coming on the right side, but still there is too many compromises. So we are a minority respect to the majority of secret societies that belong to the New World Order. That's what I'm trying to do here as an insider, trying to give you an insider perspective. For the first time we're touching this topic in a credible way, in an academic way. We're not just bringing forward assertions without some evidence. I try to have this evidence in a documentary form, in the form of witnesses, in the form of photos that can prove that we are living very dangerous times, because some of them they discovered in their initiations that they can act as gods, being descendant of gods, and at that point they get carried away by it. And it's part, though, of this moment of time we are living, in which this cordon around the planet, the famous cordon that blocked the heads of Gog and Magog, this wall is slowly breaking up and letting these demonic entities in, and of course part also of the whole UFO phenomenon is also connected to this. That's why for the first time I also described the connections that there are between specific secret societies with the UFO phenomenon, in a specific way to make you understand how it's really connected with the whole phenomenon from the moment of the Roswell crash till now.
The book is full of documents and photographs. And on the document side of things, where are those documents? I would think they're in a vault. They're in a safe somewhere.
Absolutely. We have an order, an association, which is my order, because we are legitimately also registered as an order in Italy. You have to be, and we, of course, each member of the order has a part of these documents. Then we have, of course, a place where we keep them. We have copies of them. It's not easy to preserve this whole amount of archives and of knowledge, but we try to do it in the best way, in the safest way possible, by being not only me, but by the fact that I actually have an order behind me of people which are not known to the majority of people, that could also, if something happens to me, bring out these documents. Well, it guarantees a certain security that we are able to bring you this whole expose without me being hurt, and at the same time you getting the truth. So it's obviously revolutionary to be in this process and actually being able for the first time to bring certain truths. And of course, this means also that there is a big debate going on also within the secret societies. So while another, for example, whistleblower or truth teller of some kind, it's detached from the system, I always keep also part of myself within the system, able to then still have a dialogue of some kind and being able still to see what's going on. So, even if I came out, for example, of the New World Order in 2006, and I don't do anymore any lodge work in any Masonic obedience, I have in my order many Freemasons, many Templars, many Knights of Malta, Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, Knights of various orders which constantly feed me with information, and the Masons of high level that constantly feed me with information to make me understand what is the current state of the New World Order.
How do you stay alive? And the reason why I ask so directly, when you're dealing with so many different orders on both sides, and they've chosen you to present information to. You've been writing books. This new book came out. It is certainly a tell-all, Leo. It's got everything in here, and you don't hold back. How do you stay alive?
Well, of course, there has been orders which have threatened me in various ways. even, the Ordo Templi Orientis, they even threatened me with death. They wanted to actually kill me for an investigation I was doing that was exposing their presence in the Società Rosicruciana in Anglia. Then later on I had threats from the Monte Carlo Lodge of the P2, and then later on from other groups of people. But in the end, you see, by saying that my order really guarantees for me my survival, because I'm backed by people which are invisible to most people. We act just as they act, as the enemy acts, by being a secret society. And of course this stops the enemy from then attacking me, because they know that if they attack me, the day after there will be another me. That is the way it works, because I'm a grandmaster, but the moment I die there will be appointed another grandmaster appointed to do the same thing I'm doing now. This is a mission. The thing is here, they're not dealing simply with an academic or with a guy who is not capable of defending himself. Let's say that with me, I collaborate with police, I have a great relationship with the Italian police, also with the Carabinieri here in Italy, with the intelligence services. This is matters that sometimes border on criminal offense. Now, when they border on criminal offense, that's where I collaborate with the police forces to get these people arrested.
You've been jailed, you've been kidnapped, you've been tortured.
Yes, myself, yes.
Right.
Abroad.
And all of this is documented. But are you scared of anything now at this point? There isn't a reason for you to be scared. They've done what they've needed to do or have tried to do already in the past. So are you scared of anything?
Well, it's been quite incredible. The fact that I was in a NATO country, which was Norway, accused of espionage, and had to come back to Italy. So it was a little bit weird, the whole thing. They accused me at times to be too close to Russia, and of course this is probably why they tried with the espionage accusation to get me, but they didn't manage. So in the end they dropped the accusation, the PST in Norway. And further on, they tried to get me here in Italy, but only when I actually got involved with politics and I actually started moving people in the streets. That was really what upset them. But when these books became in Italy the basis for an actual revolution, which was the Fourth Revolution, and people actually started to basically riot in the streets of Turin, of Rome, there was chaos in the streets. Well, in that case, they really locked me up again, and they threatened me. This was not so long ago, in 2014, simply by stating that I can't do politics. They don't want me in the political arena. If I want to live here in Italy, I just don't have to engage in politics. So,
well, hold on, Leo. We'll pick it up right after the break. Leo Zagami decided in 2006 to walk away from what he perceived as the criminal side of the Illuminati and the New World Order. His new book is Confessions of an Illuminati, Volume 1. He's with us tonight, live from Rome, Italy. Are there any religious artifacts that are being withheld that would prove a lot of things that we need to see, but they're hidden?
Of course, there is inside the Vatican. There is these big rooms where they have these incredible artifacts that, if revealed, could change the perception also of the history of mankind. Among such artifacts, of course, you have the bones of giants and so on. Then when we want to understand more about it, we are always, nobody seems to want to touch this subject. It's a very delicate subject. But it touches also the fact that there's been certain revelations made, important revelations in the last few years, and certain openings also from the Church towards the alien phenomenon, because the Jesuits are now in charge of the Specula Vaticana, and they are opening up to the Church to the idea of alien contact. This in proximity, of course, of what some say might be the return of the Watchers. There is actually a movie being made at the moment in northern Italy, very interesting film that will come out called The Creators, dedicated to the Elohim, partly based also on the research of a guy, he used to work for the Vatican, for the Edizioni Pauline, and interpret the Bible in a different way, pointing out these alien elements in it. And so